Hi guys, how are you? In our last video of end-to-end Azure, the series part is third. In third part, we will cover we mount our Databricks with blob storage, and then we cover each step how we mount Databricks with blob storage, and then we cover and then we run this command to list all our file. We have only one file pizza underscore sales.txt which we mount in Databricks. After that, we read our data using spark.read.format csv.options. With the help of this, we are going to read our data. Guys, this line and this code is a PySpark, and PySpark is a Python API for Apache Spark. Apache Spark is a distributed data processing framework. So in this line, this Spark is a Spark session object, which is the entry point. This Spark is the entry point to using Spark functionality in a Spark application. And then read. We want to read data from a CSV file. The read method, this method is used to create a data frame reader, and format is CSV, indicates that the data source is in CSV format. We are reading the format of CSV using this read method of Spark. After that, options. This options for reading the CSV file, and this first row of the CSV file contain column header. That's why we pass argument here. Header is equal to true, and it should infer the schema of the data frame based on the data types of column. What this option is doing here, for reading the CSV file, and the header is equal to true, for that the first row of the CSV file contains column header. That's why we are creating header is equal to true, and the infer schema is equal to true means that data frame based on the data types of column. After that, we have load. This load specify the path to the CSV file to be loaded. The path is mount raw4 and the file name. The load method is used to load the data into a data frame, the df data frame. So overall, this line is doing these things: creating a data frame, loading the data to data frame, how our data is reading, and how our data is looking. So this is overall this line objective. After creating data frame, our next step is to display the data frame. So for that, we are using display In PySpark, the display_df command is used to show the content of a data frame in tabular format like below. When we execute this command, the output of this command, we got this, the tabular data. It is a way to display and visualize our data interactively. So this command is used to display our data or visualize our data interactively. Let's move forward. Guys, you see in this data we have information about our data: order details, ID, order ID, pizza ID, quantity, order date, order time, and so on. See guys, see all our data: pizza name and all things about information data. So guys, it's time to convert this data to view. Here question arises, why we convert data to view? Actually, converting data to a view is like giving a name and structure to our data so that we can easily organize our data into a table and then refer to using a meaningful name. And after that, we also use SQL like queries to analyze and filter our data more easily. So view provides a structure and familiar way to interact with our information, making it more accessible for analysis and reporting. So that's why we are converting our data to view. Here we are going to write PySpark code df dot create or replace temp view, and here we pass what the name pizza sales analysis. Here we are creating a temporary view for our data frame df. Let's understand this code. The df is a data frame which is a distributed collection of data in PySpark. Dot create or replace temp view. This part of the code creates a temporary view. This part of the code create a temporary view in Spark SQL. A view is a virtual table. In Spark, a view is a virtual table based on the data frame. What is view in Spark? View is a virtual table based on the data frame. The create or replace temp view method is used to register the data frame as a temporary table in the Spark SQL catalog. The argument pizza sales analysis is the name assigned to the temporary view. So this is the whole concept of this Spark code. Now it's time to run this. To execute this, what we do, Control Shift plus Enter. See, our code is executed. Guys, after creating view, it's time to get data using SQL. So for SQL, we use SQL. This %SQL prefix is often used in an environment such as we are now working in Databricks notebooks. So that's why we are, when we run some SQL queries, we specify this %SQL prefix to indicate that the following code cell or line contains SQL structure query statement. That's why we are using this prefix. It is a way of specifying that what follows should be interpreted as SQL commands rather than regular code in another language like Python. In Databricks, the %SQL prefix is a magic command that signals the notebook to execute the subsequent lines as SQL queries. This allows user to seamlessly mix SQL queries with other code Python in the same notebook environment. If we want to use SQL in Databricks notebooks, we might use the %SQL prefix like this. So that's why I am using this prefix. After creating prefix, we have to write one SQL command to fetch all data. The query is select all from, our view name is pizza underscore sales underscore analysis. So this is our view and we want to get all data. That's why I am using select all from this table to get all data. Shift plus enter to execute this. Our command is executed successfully. See guys, we run our SQL query using this prefix in Databricks environment and we are successfully get our data. This whole code tells the notebook to interpret the following lines as SQL commands. If we use Python code in the same notebook as you seen earlier, we don't need to define something for Python use SQL like we are using prefix. For Python we are not defining any prefix and we use standard Python syntax. So it is important to note that the use of %SQL, the magic commands can be specific to certain notebook environment and may not be applicable in regular. So when we work with Databricks environment and we are executing some SQL queries, we have to use this syntax to execute. We have to define prefix. So that is enough for this query. Let's move forward. So this is our whole data. Now it's time to create aggregate table. Aggregate table for what? Aggregate table for our analysis, and also we will insert our KPI in Power BI. Now it's time to create or build the aggregate table. Here question arises, why we need aggregate table? What is the importance of aggregate table? Guys, in this table we have most of the column and all the column are not important for our KPI. First let me show you what kind of KPI we need and we want to show. Guys, you see KPIs. These are the all KPIs which business people wants to visualize. What actually they want to track? They want to track total pizza sold, total orders, total revenue, average pizza per order, Sales was an order month, hour month, daily orders, monthly orders, hourly orders, sales by pizza category, sales by pizza size, misspelling here, size, top 5 ordered pizza. So these are the all KPIs which business people want to visualize. So in our aggregate table, we choose only the important data, not as whole data. And also we want to track the KPI based on the weekly, monthly and hourly. So we also track this. In this data we have only order date. So from this date we want to get the January, February months like that, and also the days Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from this order date, and we have to drive these things from this order date. So we will get and take only the important data which will help us to build KPIs. So guys, let us see what actually we can do to create aggregate table. For aggregate table, first we need to use prefix SQL, then select here what actually I want in this table order ID, order underscore ID. After order ID, what I don't need visa ID, I want quantity. So quantity, so I take order ID column, quantity, and then after these two column, what we need, we want order date format, order date. For order date we want order date like in January, February, Monday, Tuesday. So for that we have to convert this. We use function, the name of function date underscore format. Here we pass order or date format, date, order date, order date. First confirm this, order date spell, and the format is MMM. So here guys, question arises, what I am doing here in date format function. Basically the date format is a function, and I take it order date variable and formats it to show only the 3-letter abbreviation of the month. That's why I am writing here 3 times MMM, the 3-letter abbreviation of the month. For example, if order date is, see here, 2015 0101 would result in what month? The month is first, the Jan. This is the January. This will be the January month, and it will show after formatting here is John. To convert date information to a more concise representation, that's why we are using this function here. From which table we want this column? From pizza sales analysis, which I just create a view. Execute this command shift plus enter. You can see here we are getting 3 column order ID, quantity and date format in MMM, and we got John. Here we convert this date to 3 letters abbreviation of January in Jan. Also you see here other months, February, March and so on. On the basis of this we will build our KPI. And now I want to change this date format order. To change the name of this column to month name, this date format, and this will be changed with month name. And I also want the days from this order date format order underscore date, and we here specify for days format. For day we will write 4 times EE, and then column of this, and the name of this column will be day name. So the 4 times EE format code is used to represent the day of the week, and that would be result in the full name of day like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and so on. So we are converting order day to day format using this, and the output will be the full name of day. So when we execute this we will see the changes, and we also change this column name to day name. Let's execute this command. Let's run one time more. We are getting some error. See guys, we will execute our query successfully. We are doing some syntax problem here for SQL query, that's why we are getting error. So our data is converted successfully to month name and day name from order date. This will be helpful to build our KPI. And these are the whole query which we build our aggregate table. So that is enough for today video. We will cover the upcoming videos. The end-to-end series will be covered in next 2 videos. We already create 3 videos already. You will see first these videos to completely end-to-end data engineering series on Azure Cloud platform. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, like and share with your friend. Bye bye.